And I'm sitting here looking at the pictures on Facebook, man. I got tears in my eyes as a father. You know, just kind of been through the same thing, you know, just trying to gain access, just trying to spend more time with the kids. You know, and these I don't understand where the system broke down and put these kids back into, you know, back into the home, and the little girl ended up getting killed. And I know people from social services hear all kind of different stories all the time. Some of the stuff don't be true because they're in a custody battle and they claiming that the child has been abused and all this kind of stuff, man. But I tell you, man, that system is broken. Yeah. And the system failed this little girl. And when I sat there and looked at the man leaning on the hearse with the hearse door open with the little bitty casket on the inside, it just totally I just tagged you.
That almost make me want to cry. I love kids.
Tagged you on Facebook, and I'm just absolutely heartbroken and sad for that father. And you could tell that man genuinely loved the little girl because he got videos before she got killed with her in the back seat, and he asking her, "Do you want to go home?" And she's like, "No, I want to stay with you." And I just really feel bad about it. And we're gonna talk about this more, and we're gonna address it. And the way that man sat in the courtroom and just cried, just broke down and cried in the courtroom. And if you just go to Facebook and just look at all of the pictures, if you go to my Facebook page, I shared
I would be in jail.
All of the videos and all of the pictures and everything pertaining to this story. And I just absolutely feel bad, and it just needs to be a refresh of the system, because our children can't die in the hands of
that's crazy.
Of the system. Somebody makes a report or whatever, you know, if there's any signs of abuse or neglect or child being mistreated, and I tell you what, the baby mama is just as guilty. Just as guilty.
So the foster
as the man that actually killed the baby. She's just as guilty. So the because you just can't allow all of these men around your kids.
Right. Oh, her boyfriend killed.
You got to protect your kids, man. If you want to be in a relationship and that relationship is more important to you than your child, then get a child to the grandmother or the father. But you don't want to give them to the father because you're being vindictive. And that's the way for some people to get access to some extra income. And it's just not right, and it's sad, man. And I just want to say, as a parent, we just going to have to protect our children. You know, when you get in a relationship, you bring somebody in the house, you know, you can always Google and do any kind of background check. It's easy. It's too much access out here for you not to know that he's crazy or a criminal or whatever, but you in love and you don't do no kind of background check before you let somebody around your kids. And I want everybody in the country, everybody that's listening right now, to pray for that man, to pray for his family, and pray for his mother, who had to bury a grandchild, and him who had to bury a daughter, and any siblings and uncles and aunts involved, because that was a senseless death, and that did not have to happen. Because my thing, if there's any parent, whether you're a mother or a father, and you got little bitty kids like that, if you don't want them, man, take the kids and drop them off at the fire station, or drop them off somewhere to a relative, to a caring aunt or a loving aunt, a church member, a pastor. Just drop them off. But I promise you, man, I promise to God, man, don't kill these kids. They're already dealing with enough, especially in our community. Just by the color of their skin. Don't do that, because it ain't right. It ain't right. I feel bad for any kid. If you know anybody and there's some neglect, child a little too hungry at school or whatever, and stuff need to be investigated, please say something. Please do something. Don't kill these kids, man. These kids didn't ask to come here. And I'm not trying to demonize nobody, but the two people that was in that house that was responsible for that little girl's death, and
children shouldn't have to go through that.
That just really need to be a total federal investigation. In
whoever killed that child needs to be shot.
But don't mistreat these kids, man. If you don't want them, man, give them to somebody, because they don't deserve that. They did not ask to come here. We have a responsibility. When you lay down with somebody and you have a child, you have a responsibility to love, cherish, you know, and do everything that you have to do. Always do what's in the best interest of the child.
Yeah.
You understand? Don't use these children to get you a EBT card or a WIC voucher or child support. If you don't genuinely love these children, you don't want a man. Don't bring no hell. Bring your hell to them. They didn't ask to come here. They didn't. And I feel bad this morning. My heart. We were supposed to do paternity test Tuesday. It's hard for me to do funny when my heart ain't right, because I had been seeing the pictures all weekend, but I just never hit play, man. When I played that video, man, just now I just happened to just scroll, and maybe that's God's way of just saying, man, go ahead and hit play. I just hit it right when we played the last record. And it's like, how do I come out of that and do paternity test Tuesday? I just can't help it. I apologize. I apologize. But I feel bad for that man. Got pictures on here. The man kissing the baby on the forehead in the coffin. And I want everybody to take a good look at those pictures, man, and just to make you aware that child abuse is real. And sometimes, man, stuff like this have to happen in order for everybody to get up on the game. If you work for social services, man, don't get so caught up and get so comfortable in the job that you stop caring. Like if you're a doctor or a nurse, you just stop caring.
That's another problem.
Because people's lives are at risk and children is in danger. They can't protect themselves.
Social workers just go for a job.
That's crazy.
Not all
I ain't never wanted to see somebody do something to somebody in prison or whatever. I want to see it now. And I know I'm a Christian-hearted person, man. I ain't never wish bad on nobody. But boy, I would sure like to see that dude get his that killed that little girl. Low down riding dog.
Who could hurt a child?
I don't care. What he been through. All of us been hurt and done wrong and mistreated or whatever. You want to do something to somebody? I don't know. Do something to yourself before you sit up there and kill a little girl. It's crazy. Crazy. Stop bringing these men into your house without getting some kind of background check. I don't care. A lie detector test, anything. You got to protect these kids. Don't do them like that. They didn't ask to come here. I don't want to fuss. They just threw me off, man. Just broke my heart. Three before the top of the hour, Ricky Smiley Morning Show.
The Ricky Smiley Morning Show.
What's up?
Well,
Man, hey, crack.
I
How you
pretty
doing?
much let him do most of the talking, but just to reiterate on some of the stuff he was saying, you know, I've actually seen, I got a lot of friends and homeboys that struggle with having women that won't let them do for their child because, like I said, either they trying to get that fat child support check or they just won't let them get them because either the man done moved on with another woman. So the woman like, well, before you get my child, you'll never get my child. You better break up with that bitch. What you mean? I mean, you got a man here that want to do for his kid, and the only thing you worrying about is taking all his money or worrying about who he with because, you know, he ain't with you or whatever the case may be. And like I said, there's a lot of cases where because of things like that, the other parent or like he said, the parent's boyfriend or whoever else that end up hurting the kid because of differences that the baby mom and the baby father going through. And to me, that's a bunch of nonsense. So I guess to say that message is like he said, watch who you bring into your house, try to do background checks, and I mean just get to know the person before you start having them around your kids, or like, I mean, just really get to know who you're dealing with. And like I said, get to know who you're dealing with before you have kids, because I mean, I've had kids by people to where, you know, I'm a single mother, so if I would have known better to do more research on these sorry bastards, at least I have a real father in their life. But if they did want to be there for their child, at least I would let her. I would never get in the way of letting somebody do for their child. So, you know, things happen for a reason. But my kid's father that was doing for his child, somebody actually killed him. So, you know, it's crazy out here. But just take care of our kids, man. Our kids is our next generation. They're our future. They so innocent. You know, they so loving and innocent. Don't hurt our kids, man. Like he said, look out for the best interest of the child first. So if that child wants to live with his or her daddy, and his or her daddy is stable and a good person for that child to be with, then let the child go with his or her daddy. I mean, y'all can share split custody, or do it to where maybe the child go to school with the daddy and the mom see the kid on the weekend, or vice versa, depending on, you know, what's best for the child. Or the child go to school with the mama and the dad get the child every weekend. At least have it just to where that kid is seeing both of y'all on a regular basis, and that it's not about money. And then if the daddy is already doing for his kid financially, to me, some of these women don't even appreciate that. You know, like a lot of women just, they up the child support regardless of if the dad just doing anyway. Cause I've heard, like my homeboy, I had a homeboy, he was paying child support even before she put him on child support, and he was paying, I think what he was giving her, I think he was paying her like maybe 800. Let me see. I think he's paying her, no, he was paying her like 600 a week. And I guess that wasn't enough, so she actually took him to child support to try to up the child support, and it ended up to where she ended up getting less than what he was paying her. So I'm like, damn, if you stop being greedy, he was already willingly doing what he knew he should do as a man, so let the man do what he do as a man. And then, I don't know. That topic can truly go on and on, but like he said, protect our children, you know, protect them. Keep their safety is #1 priority. Their happiness should be #1 priority. So, I mean, it is what it is. Everybody, you know, they go, like he said, everybody goes through something, but you should never have to take it out on a child. If you so much into yourself and selfish like that, then like he said, take that child to a fire station, give it up to DSS, or take the child to your auntie or your grandma. Just don't put that child through no unnecessary drama that need be. Because I know it was some years ago, like I think 2004 here in Baltimore, I think a baby child's father was battling custody battle with the mother, and the mother was going to end up winning to where he probably would have never saw his kid again. So I guess he figured, if I can't have my child, then neither will she. So what he did was, I think it was the Bay Bridge or something, he took that kid and he actually threw the kid over the bridge, and the kid ended up drowning. But he didn't kill us. He should have killed himself. If he was so much into wanting to keep his child and all that stuff, then I feel like he should never do nothing like that. But if he gonna do something, man, kill yourself too. You gonna kill that innocent baby, and now you sitting here walking, still living. You just want to be vindictive for the mother. I mean, it's so much stuff. People out here are so evil. It's so many evil people out here to where, I mean, it's just sad. This is a sad world we live in. Like I said, there's a lot of good things that do happen out here, but it seems like it's more bad than the good. Like, you really have to watch your back, and you really have to be very observant and very just, you know, watchful in things that's going on around you and your family. Because if you don't, it can be a huge, huge, huge catastrophe, and lives can be lost, and innocent lives at that. So I'm not going to hold y'all up. I just thought that would be something that people need to hear. So, alright y'all, I'll be getting back with y'all in a little bit. The next video I'm gonna make when I you know, when I go home, it's gonna be on the TEL, you know, TEL, the one that USA do their third-party leasing through. I'm gonna go over my contract, and you know, I'm gonna show y'all exactly what it looked like. So if anybody that either has a TEL contract or thinking about going to USA, y'all can kind of know what the contract is about, so hopefully there's no confusion. But the good thing about USA, before they even let you out into your truck, they have like a conference call, and the actual guy that is at TEL, he'll have all y'all in the room in a little circle, and he'll actually go line by line over the contract. So they go over the contract anyway, but I'll just do it as well in case somebody didn't understand something. So time is of the essence. Let's make better time of it. Let's love our kids, man. Let's love our kids and be there for our kids. That's exactly why I'm glad that I got this job I got, so that way I can put more time home with my kids. Like I said, sometimes, you know, you gotta put the job and money and all that stuff to the side because your kids need you, especially when they're a certain age. So let's love each other, not judge each other. At the end of the day, we can do it. Love heals all wounds. You know, practice love. Love don't hurt nobody, but hate does. So, deuces.